Legends assemble!
Yo.
What is up, possums? What is up, CC? Right on time. You guys get the punctuality award tonight. Hell yeah. And NickyBato does as well. What is going on, Legends? Thank you for coming through.
I'm
Nick,
trying a
what's
new
up?
thing with my hoodie strings. Do you like it? It's like,
What are you trying?
well, I didn't mean to do this, but now it's like a bolo tie. Remember I had bolo ties like in the old West?
Yeah, it does look like a bolo tie.
Yeah.
I was going to call it an ascot.
Would someone, if you walked by me, would you notice it? Or would you like, just be like, that's a cool hoodie? Or would you be like, what the fuck is that guy doing with the strings on his hoodie?
I don't think I would have noticed it until you said something.
Okay. Hello. We're back to
Hi, Nick, it's your mommy. That's what the message that just came through said. Just got dinner with that one guy. Spicy possum, spicy. Dude, it's easy like the hoodie. You see, you wouldn't notice it. You wouldn't. Hey, Nick's mother says, Nick's mommy?
Can we ban the word mommy from chat?
You want to ban the word
Please,
mommy?
for the love of God. I didn't ask for this.
Oh, man.
Well, I wanted to talk about super babies.
Super babies, yeah. I don't know what a super baby is. What is a super baby?
Let me break this down for you. There's been studies on professional athletes, NBA, MLB, NFL. They are most likely to be born from September to November. Can you guess why that is?
The athletes are born in those
Are more
months?
likely to be born in those months. A disproportionate amount are born in those months.
What's the reason now?
I see you didn't put your critical thinking hat on, and that's okay. The reason...
You want me to take a shot?
Yeah, take a shot.
Okay. Because they're coming in fairer weather.
No. Those are the months where parents are more likely to send them to preschool for another year. Because that's like right around where the cutoffs are. So then those people start kindergarten almost a year later than their peers. So then they dominate their peers in sports throughout their adolescence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a year isn't a big deal when you're an adult, but when you're like a 13-year-old playing with 12-year-olds, it's a big deal.
Absolutely.
So what I've proposed is everyone should have the option of a super baby, right? If we can call those super babies.
Super babies.
So either women need to find a way to hold it in for another year. You know what I mean?
Hold it in for another year.
How does that help? Because it's still growing in the womb. It hasn't entered the world yet.
I see.
You get what I'm saying?
So you're gonna put another year on the
pregnancy.
baby,
Yeah.
in the tummy growth. I get it, to level the playing field with the September babies. But what if you? But they can't be the September babies. Can't have that.
Okay, good point. If you're doing September, October, or November, you just have to do a fair birth. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So anyone else?
By the book.
We need. I don't. So it's hard to ask women to hold it in, right? Because I've never been pregnant.
Men should find a way to keep it under wraps for certain months out of the year. Maybe we shouldn't be. I think you're going too far down the path of controlling this. And Nick absolutely is. But we shouldn't make a science project. But dude, also I said fairer weather. That's when the weather gets worse.
But what if you have you do the year and then have it in September anyway? Then it's a super baby. Let's be honest. People who are getting knocked up around Christmas and having September babies, they didn't earn this. You know what I mean? But babies love the womb, don't they? You never hear a baby crying in the womb.
Babies love the womb.
They don't cry.
Babies don't want to. They cry when they leave.
They cry when they leave the womb.
Yeah, you're
they
so
love
right.
Another year.
Casey says, with the size of certain people's head, no holding it in. Well, you wouldn't need to hold Nick in. He's a super baby.
Yeah.
Me, my big ass head. I
have
have to be a weak baby. That's it.
Everyone, I crushed sports growing up. Honestly.
There
So
you go.
it worked out for me.
Although, CC, for the record, I did say you were going too far. Nick was definitely way too far, and I didn't like you. I know we were going the wrong way around about it.
No, babies, CC, I think
Fine,
you're wrong.
dude.
Based on my no research, just vibe check, I think babies love the womb. That's why they like being held
Babies
like this.
love the womb.
It feels like a womb, right?
It must.
So,
That's why they, well, no, they want to get out of the womb because they want to suck on a boobie.
okay,
That-
I see the vision with that.
And I don't think super babies are regular babies. Do we call them normies? The normie
Yeah.
babies? They'll never grow out of it.
So, that's why I like to shower in the dark. It takes me back.
There you
exactly.
go. Oh, CJ, what's up? Thanks for coming through, Mr. You too, legend. What is going on? It takes you back, right? That's why
Well,
I
then-
submerged myself.
We should have advanced where like we have like kangaroo pouches where you could just open the womb, put it
That's
back
the
in.
evolution.
Yeah. But anyway, if that's too much to ask, if it's too much to ask to hold it in for another year, here's what I propose. You give a secret birth and then you hide the child from public life for a year. And then you're just like, I have a newborn baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're like, "Whoa, this thing's like 18 pounds.
Yeah.
How did you do
And
that?"
then that-
it's a super baby.
That baby would dominate.
Yes,
That baby would not only dominate, all eyes would be on him or her immediately.
dude, that's such a crazy hack.
But then you have to think about you have to go through a pregnancy without anyone noticing. You have to give birth without anyone noticing, and then you have to tend to all its medical needs in your house for a year.
That's true.
What I don't think it's crazy to do that
But
though.
it's not crazy if the payoff-
if the payoff is you
Yes.
have a celebrity baby immediately.
You're making an X-Man, basically.
Yeah.
You're making a mutant.
You know what though? If people aren't serious about their money, that's fine.
Exactly. That's what we need. The payoff is definitely worth. If not, then it's like, okay, then don't have a super baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just have a regular
old stupid
Good.
weak baby.
fall behind.
Fall behind.
Because eventually people are just gonna start rigging it where they have super babies.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold it in for a year and then they're gonna hide it for a year. And then they're
Yeah.
gonna have an infant that's like 3 years old, basically.
Right.
So, you know, if you want to fall behind, that's fine.
Exactly. Your baby is going to be living in the shadow of these other babies its whole life. And I can tell you something, about 17 years, that baby is going to be delivered by DoorDash. It's not going to be doing anything. It's not going to be doing anything. Well, the DoorDash is nice. The kangaroo pouch might work, especially when some of us have to work.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
This is, once again, a feminist take.
It is a feminist
I get
thing.
put on the cross for. You might be onto something, but they ain't staying in. Well, I don't think you've tried hard enough.
No one has ever conceived, no pun intended, this effort,
Yeah.
this amount of effort to make a super baby.
You know
You're
when you have
making
to go to the bathroom really bad,
yeah.
and then you hold it in long enough, and it's like
Yes.
it
Yeah.
just went back up inside you?
Right.
Do that with birth.
Do it with a bird.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you know how sometimes you let a fart out and you feel better?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You'd be letting it out.
No, you just let a fart out.
Oh, you just...
I don't know. The feminists take women are inferior to kangaroos. Mr. says, no, humanity is inferior to kangaroos as a whole. Wow, a super baby. I love how you tackled this. I think that
And then
that was it.
you get dads out of the picture earlier. Because
Dads
you
are
know you
obsolete.
got an income with your
Dads
baby.
are obsolete.
Yeah, dads are basically fucking useless at that point.
Men in general are just obsolete. It's crazy.
So I had a thought the other day.
Yeah.
Do you think it's racist to be turned on by foreign accents?
No.
No, right?
No.
But I think it's one of those things we've never actually like thought about. You know what I mean?
I think that it's like you're right.
Because like my horny ass could not live in Great Britain. I hate it. They're terrible people, but
They're terrible people.
when they talk, something happens.
Something happens, dude. Well, no,
Isn't
I don't
it
know.
wrong? So I was picture you're like you're getting busy with a Hispanic baddie, right? Bilingual. And all of a sudden she switches and starts speaking Spanish. It's hotter, right?
It
It is hotter.
It is
but then
hotter.
you have to wonder, why is that, and is that for a problematic reason?
I think there is something where the exotic is blended with the erotic. I don't think that it's because it's for everyone. I feel like you can come up, you can move if anyone was to move to a different place, I feel like you come up more just because you're a little different than how everybody else is.
Like a super baby.
Like a super baby
Yeah.
almost. Yeah.
Okay.
There was this one girl when I went to college who I would see outside smoking cigarettes. Already thought she was super hot for doing that.
Uh-huh.
She was a beautiful girl, smoked cigarettes, and then I talked to her and she had an Australian accent and just blew me away.
Dude, you know what I think? I
Nuts.
think no one wants to interrogate it because we're all guilty of it.
We're all
So
guilty
then it's
of
like,
it.
if it's like,
No one's
oh,
safe.
are you?
No
and
one's safe.
You're like inherently sexualizing people's ethnicity, but
Yeah.
then it's like, but then we're all on the cross. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I just saw this show, Naked Attraction or whatever. Crazy show.
Uh-huh.
But do you know the concept behind the show?
No.
It's a dating show where they basically the contestant picks who they want to date based on seeing their nude bodies, and they show the whole audience the bodies.
Okay.
And then they had a study that, because one of the part is like they do bottom, chest, voice.
Okay.
So the voice study they have is that the most attractive accent in the world to people, second is Great Britain. Do you know what first is?
Australian?
American.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
Isn't that nuts?
American's not even an accent.
I know. Well, that's not. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And maybe that has something to do with Hollywood.
No, because I don't know what an American accent even sounds like. Because I always thought American was just the least romantic verbiage out there. Like,
But you
I
know
don't
who
think-
always says that is people
Americans.
from Great Britain.
Oh, they like us?
No, they say that they don't like us.
they don't like us, but
They
everyone
don't
else
like us,
likes
but everyone else likes us. That's it. That's it.
All right, let's catch up.
Lee IRL first time chatter with the sub badge. Thank you for coming through. American accent sucks, but there's tons of different ones. There is tons of different
That's
ones.
true. What if it's one of those cases where they're just hearing New York accents? You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like a spaghetti western.
I get that.
You know,
But then America gets credit for like 5 different accents.
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Let's see.
Mr. says Australian is the hottest because it's a sign they can survive extreme and dangerous predators. Crazy.
There's a difference between attraction and fetishization. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
So many different American accents.
cowboy accent. Not hot.
Like Valley Girl slang. Does that move you?
Me in particular?
Yeah.
Or- no.
No.
I don't know.
If like what
That's not
American
me.
accent would get you? Definitely not Southern. Southern. If I
Maybe.
was on that show and she had a perfect body and a face and then a
Yeah.
Southern accent.
Deleted. Irish is beautiful.
Irish
is beautiful. I feel like Irish men have it so good.
Yeah, they do.
Irish men must have it so good. The Irish man accent is just, it's so charming. Listen
Boston
to Colin
accent
Farrell.
is disgusting.
Crazy mid. Terrible. We
So
gotta be
I
the
don't
worst.
understand where this support for America is coming from in the hot accent.
I don't either.
Because to me,
I was so
think,
blown
you know who
away.
I think is first in a tie is British, Spanish, Australian. I can't pick one over
can't
the other.
pick.
They all get me going. You know what wouldn't get me going though? Eddie American accent.
Any American accent, dude. Crazy. They do. Source Lee with the Irish accent. There you go. Lee has it. Lee has it on lock. Possums, you can't stand British accents? No. British accents are horrible. Wow. Okay. We have some hate on the British accent.
No, I disagree.
The Indian accent is on the come up in chat right now. British sucks. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay,
A
so
lot of hate. The British was number 2.
chat's homework: rank accents, but when you type it, just type like the people, so it looks like you're ranking races.
Yeah, well, imagine that tier list on mute. Holy crap, dude. Dude, you know, yesterday was Veterans Day?
I think it was Friday, no? Because I know so many people have 3-day
yeah.
weekends, or do they just kind of?
I thought it was always
on
11.
a Saturday, so let's just give them Friday off.
I thought it was always 11/11 licorice.
Oh, is it 11?
Is it Saturday? Ollie says it was 11/11.
Never been a big day in my house.
You know what's crazy? Well, I've only honored Rasiru, our last guest.
Yeah.
That's the only veteran that I feel.
We did a themed episode and we didn't even know it.
Well, it worked out great for this week because we posted it to YouTube. But Veterans Day, Veterans Day is the only holiday of that kind where there's no apostrophe in it. Veterans Day. What do you think?
True?
There's an apostrophe?
Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. Let's take a look.
Really? So they don't own the holiday?
They don't own the holiday. It's not theirs. Here, we're gonna take a look, Legend.
But is that the only one like that? Like mothers, they own the holiday?
Mothers own the holiday. Fathers own the holiday. Even President's Day they own the holiday. So
President's Day is
Veterans Day.
Is President's the apostrophe after the S? Or is it for one president?
Let's see. Oops. President's Day. Look at that. After the S.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So the veterans, we celebrate them, but it's not really their holiday.
It's not really their holiday.
They can't make decisions or
Correct.
anything.
Yeah. It's over. That's it. And it got me thinking. We have all these stupid exceptions with the English language in general. I feel like English is one of those languages. I could come up with examples for Spanish, but I feel like English has the most exceptions out of any language where a kid will in elementary school come home and say, look what I bringed home from school, you know? And it's like, they don't know how to say brought.
Yeah.
But they're just they're making an inference, you know? They speak the language and they're just making it like, oh, this is the past tense of bring, right?
I think that's fine.
And
Let
that's
them say
fine.
brain.
Let them say bring.
Let them say brun.
Let them say bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anything. And it's just that this is why I have an issue with English majors, I think. I think they're studying this language and they come up with all these irregular verbs, they call them. Doesn't irregular verb just mean you're like bullshit?
Yeah.
Something you made up, right?
They made the rules before they made all the words.
Right. Yeah. And I think that it's just contrary to the universality of the concept of a language.
I think if the point of language is to communicate, what you should be focused on is if they're communicating. And I feel the same way about PEMDAS. First of all, PEMDAS is not even a real thing. It's something.
Yeah.
PEMDAS is
math. Yeah, the math.
It's something a textbook company came up with.
Oh no, yeah. No,
mathematicians didn't sit down and go PEMDAS.
Absolutely.
So when people get like high and mighty about the order of operations, what I say about an equation where you're not sure which one to do first, I say that's a poorly written equation, and that it would be on the person who wrote it that you should be the one making sure people are doing this in order. It'd be like in English if I said, Tim doesn't like Derek because he's annoying. Who in that sentence is annoying, Tim or Derek? You don't know. So that's your fault. You can't be like, let me look up the rules and find out whether it's Tim or Derek.
Absolutely.
It's the person who said it who's at fault. And I think like general rules are okay, but when people get all like nerdy about these like strict parameters, when you're talking about language, and math is a language and English is a language,
right?
That is two parties communicating. Yes. And the point of communicating is that you can figure it out with each other.
Exactly.
Sorry, do you want to catch up on chat? And then we'll get back to the veterans.
Bato pushed back on this. You're an engineer, damn it. Dude, well,
I see PEMDAS cells have entered the chat.
There is an order of operations that you can follow, I feel. Yes. And I do agree with Nick's overall concept that you should make something clear, you know?
PEMDAS is a good starting point, but say like
well, do you have an equation that you like?
There could be ways written where PEMDAS would be the logical way to do it.
Well, what do you mean?
Let me circle back to this. Keep going on veterans. Let me think of an example.
Okay, because in that sense, the only way I could think, that's what I'm saying, is that I feel like the order of operations in math is clear, except I will agree with you when the equation isn't written clear. So that maybe someone that is writing it wouldn't understand the order of operations either.
If you put a giant 2, and then equidistant between the next one, you put an X 2 times. Yeah. But then in really small writing, you write 1. Seriously, but in smaller writing, you write 1 plus 5. Obviously, you would add the 1 plus 5 together before you times it by 2. If the 2 is bigger, because then you're like saying you're timesing 2 times the 1 plus 5, even though the equation would tell you to do 2 times 1 plus 5.
I don't. Well, that's the thing where I lost you. I don't know. Are you saying that it's like an exponent, or you're saying that it's like?
No, I'm just saying it's
just next to it?
bigger. Yeah.
Well, that's stupid. I think. Well, that's where I feel like the like argument against the order operations falls apart, because that's an obviously poorly written equation. No.
Yes, but PEMDAS would tell you to do 2 times 1 plus 5, even though they're clearly separated as 1 plus 5 times 2, is what I'm saying.
But then shouldn't the person put the 1 plus 5 in a parentheses?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then it would be like, that would be one of those instances where your first question should be like, what did this person mean? Let me contact them if I can.
But then I feel like it's an idiot writing the equation,
Of course it is.
So then that's what I'm saying.
But idiots write English sentences too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like there's dumb sentences that contextually you might have to decipher outside of parameters that are provided by rules. Like if I said, Tim doesn't like Eric because he's annoying, maybe there's a rule that says which one is annoying, right?
No, well, that's kind of where I see it, because I don't think there is, and I agree. I think that's just a shitty sentence. Okay. So with the math thing, I think that the rules are there for it, but I don't know if that, like, I agree with you that the person is not making it clear. So I'm on your side, like, with the concept.
Sort of on my side.
I feel like it's like with English, it's that there is no rule system, and then for the things that are that example is confusing, and then for the math, there is a rule system that just isn't being followed. You know?
Nah, I don't like PEMDAS.
You don't. You just don't like PEMDAS.
I go vibes, man.
Okay, well, you just don't like PEMDAS. Yeah. Oh my god.
Tim doesn't like Eric because he's annoying equals Eric is the annoying one. But I think there's people who would think. I think, first of all, if someone knew Tim or Eric, and they're like, well, it's obviously Tim because he's annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I actually don't know that that's the rule. That could be the rule.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to catch up on chat.
Well, you're describing, yes, Mr. Rune. I hope that I did you justice, Mr. Rune, fighting back on this. And Ollie Mania just gifted 10 more 10 subs. 10 subs from Ollie Mania today.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Ollie. With the Ollie has the #1 spot on the leaderboard right now at 25 gifted subs.
Oh, shit.
Holy crap, Ollie. What a flex.
A lot of y'all got to catch up.
A lot of y'all got to catch up.
You want to help out the people?
Yeah, for everybody. If you guys see Ollie and you're like, I could never. If you guys see Ollie and you could never, and
you need resources to help.
You need help. If you need help getting like Ollie, just I have it right here. I have it right here, guys. There are ways you can get the resources to help the channel right here with this special chat command.
All right, we gotta catch up.
We have so many chats, dude.
All right,
we have a lot of people. What you're describing is the skill issue. I feel that, because it's like it's like we're not following the rules, and it's not like the English language where there's like so many exceptions, and like I feel like that sentence is not there. But yes, Veterans Day is named after John Veterans. That's pretty good.
Wait, there's so many. There's people on my side, and I feel like you're just scrolling past them.
I'm not trying to scroll past them. I'm sorry. Let's see.
Okay, Nick be going off in these podcasts, and all the boomers hate him for being arrogant, but I hear nothing but facts. Thank you.
Nick, most people can't even write.
Nick. Source is my brain.
You just said it was vibes.
Yeah,
you said your source was vibes.
Thank you, Cece. You agree PEMDAS is bullshit? I did fail the genius test on Facebook. That's true. Maybe I'm not qualified to
in PEMDAS, the MD and AS are interchangeable. It's PEMDAS because it's easier to remember.
I know that. I just want to... I hate the whole thing. What do you do? What's your acronym? Please excuse my dope-ass swag.
So you love PEMDAS. You get a bit from it, you know? I actually do PEDMSA.
What's that?
That's what it's like you said, you can just switch the M and the D and the A and the S.
PEDMOS.
Ped Moss. That sounds like the Taco Bell slogan. Ped Moss. And Rock is here. Rock says, don't forget OnlyFans. Rock said, put the OnlyFans on the broke.
This is what I hated about this conversation is that people don't think I don't know what PEMDAS is now because they're explaining to me what, and like I know what PEMDAS is, and I know the MND and the ANS are interchangeable. Which, if you notice my example, that wouldn't even be relevant. But now I just look like an idiot. So
no, you don't look like an idiot. No, I do think that you're I don't know what to call it, a false
equivalence.
Yeah, because the English thing, I hear you that there is no.
I think there would be a rule though.
There probably is a rule, but I feel like it's so not known anymore and left behind.
Yeah.
Because okay, I'll tell you this. I ran into this where I was typing the description for last week's YouTube NickyBato, right? And in the description I said, here, I can just pull it up and I'll show you guys. I said, Happy Veterans Day. We're interviewing, we sat down with a veteran, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now, I want to say, here we go. I will scroll down here and show you guys. Now, I wrote, let me zoom in on the description. I wrote, Happy Veterans Day. NickyBato sat down with one, meaning a veteran.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, there's a method to this madness. I'll explain at the end. But Happy Veterans Day. NickyBato sat down with one to discuss our phobias, what we put in our mouth, and confirm that we, just me and Nick, are the real heroes. Now, when I say what we put in our mouth, I was thinking to myself, would you have said what we put in our mouth or what we put in our mouths?
I would have said mouths.
Mouths. And that is the, I will say, conventional modern way to say it. Now, the only exception, and it is correct. Now, the only exception is when you're using we in a general sense. Then you use mouth. But it has fallen off so much that you only really see it in older texts now. So I still went with it because that is what I had in my mind, and I feel like I have an old brain where I say I was doing the to me, I'm doing the general.
If we all shared a mouth too,
and it would be cool if we all shared a mouth.
Yeah.
But this could be read in two ways. But from the context, it's almost like I feel like with the context, and when you're reading a sentence, maybe you don't get it, but with tone you do. But I feel like a lot of times context comes down to, is the person an idiot or did they mean the one single way that they could be right? You know what I mean? So I kind of default to being like, okay, they're not stupid. They just mean it this way.
Well,
you know what I mean?
The biggest red flag on here is you wrote me and Nick instead of Nick and I.
I thought it was funnier this way. Oh, the guy who says I have the best deal. I have the best deal first every time. I can't get one. I can't get one. I can't get one. I can't get one me and Nick. I can't get one me and Nick. I can't get one me and Nick. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we have some.
We have some chatters.
We've strayed so far from veterans.
We use plural though, right? Yes. But then in the general sense, we could say we do this because you wouldn't say like if you were explaining to a little kid, you would say we use a fork to eat. You know what I mean? You don't say we use forks to eat. You could, but you could also say we use a fork to eat.
Because then that kid might think he's supposed to use more than one fork when he eats.
That's true. That's true. We use a forks to eat. Oh my god. Yeah, Juice, welcome in. You got the gifted sub. Thank you so much again to Ollie Beatty and that huge group gifted sub. That was so insane.
Wait, we got a question about the Pythagorean theorem.
Yes, let's see. What do you guys think about the Pythagorean theorem? Nick studied movies.
I think people really they really blew triangles out of proportion. You know what I mean?
They blew triangles.
What the fuck would I need to know how to measure a triangle?
Wait.
It's just too much. They
feel like everything is from the triangle.
Hey, they think all critical thought comes from a fucking triangle.
They did.
Here's what I've been lied to about growing up. Things that never played a bigger part of my life as I thought they would. Funnies, quicksand, and crawling through air vents. I've never done that once.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
I don't think air vents are big enough for people to crawl through.
Yeah, dude. I thought that too. Look at him. Well, I don't even have. I don't have. Why would I have that? I don't know if I'd have.
Oh wait, I had a question for chat.
But,
if the sentence was Nick hates Bato because he's annoying, who would you guys assume is the annoying one?
yes, let's say it. Let's hear it.
Because that's contextual reasoning.
That is contextual reasoning. Yes, that is contextual reasoning. Bato.
Quicksand's funny about quicksand.
Thank you, CC.
You know, more people have drowned in the desert than dehydrated because of flash floods in quicksand. Yeah, more people have drowned than dehydrated.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Are you just saying that?
I knew this fact in my head, but listen. But the other day I said it in
Where are the footnotes?
like I knew the bones of the fact. But
what do you mean you knew the book?
I misspoke when I said it. I said more people have drowned in the desert, and instead of saying then have dehydrated, I said more people have drowned in the desert than the ocean.
Well, that's where I thought you were going when you first started talking.
I didn't really get that much pushback on it, and in my head I was like, "There's no fucking way that's true." And then I looked it up, and it's like, "Oh, then that have dehydrated." But I swear it's a real fact.
So when you say you misspoke, you didn't misspeak. You spoke what you thought, or what your general idea of the fact was.
Yeah, I was wrong about the fact. But the fact that I just said on here is true. Act like we don't have internet in front of us, like you can't check it right now.
No, we trust you.
All right, cool.
What the hell? I got a nickel and dime, my friends.
My head can't be the source for everything.
Yeah, sure it can. Come on.
Next source I made.
I made it up. Bato is his first name. Yes, Kiwi. If I had a nickel every time.
Wait. We have to get to Veterans Day because I need to ask.
Okay, yeah, let's get back to Veterans Day here. Let's get back to Veterans Day. We got it on the big board. Let's see. Veterans Day. Now you have something to say about Veterans Day versus Memorial
this is what
Day, right?
thought. I don't think we need two. You know what I mean?
We don't need to.
Because Veterans Day and Memorial Day should be one holiday.
Yeah.
We don't need a separate holiday from Veterans Day that is just for the ghosts. You know what I mean? Like
for the ghosts.
Also, how do you
for the ghosts?
All right, in order to be eligible for Memorial Day, do you have to have died in combat, or can you come home, live a full life, and then die, and then are you on Memorial Day? Because then there's people.
It says it right. Oh, it says it right here, dude. Honors those who have died while in military service.
But then, why wouldn't you get honored on Veterans Day too? You're double dipping, and you're not even alive.
It almost seems like it's one for the winners and one for the losers.
Wait, but if you died in combat, aren't you a veteran, or is your soul just permanently a soldier?
I wonder if veteran is just no, you have to a person
Veteran
who has
you have to come home safely. Is that what it means?
So I guess a military veteran. They're saying a veteran is a person who has significant experience, expertise, and occupation. You could say you're a NickyBato veteran if you've been here since season 1.
So yesterday was for us.
Yesterday was for us.
For us, yeah.
Yeah, and all the legends in chat. Let's go. Cook
It didn't say just for war.
Just for war. You could be a
NickyBato veteran of anything.
Everyone's a veteran. Let us know. What are you a veteran of? Next, he's going to diss cops. Gladly.
Well, yeah. Also, it's not like...
I think you're right, though. Do you lose the veteranship when you're dead?
Or you... Yeah, because you're kind of just like...
Veteran's a living title.
Do you go to Ghost? Do you go to heaven still as a troop? Or do you get to where you're normal close to heaven?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess it's wherever your prime was.
But it's like you're double dipping. You're better than your Memorial. It's also not like people treat Memorial Day with this serious reverence. We all just barbecue.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. And that's funny because it's funny. We do the Memorial Day. We do the barbecue, right?
Yeah.
Veterans Day. I don't think anyone even gives a.
I didn't even know it was.
You don't even know what it is. It's a. Major hostilities. That's why it was the 11/11, the 11th hour, the 11th day at the 11th month of 19. Why isn't this 1911? No, I'm joking. But like,
yeah, I know.
When I was working in the office, I didn't even get the day off for this.
Well, that tells me all I need to know. Casey said veteran is someone that has served. Memorial Day is for someone who died while in service. But if you died while in service, you also did serve. You know what I mean?
You did serve.
You didn't serve in the.
And not the.
I was gonna say you didn't really serve if you died. You got served.
Serve not as in the way people do on Instagram.
Yeah, like you didn't serve.
You didn't serve. I mean, I'm sure there are people who served, you know, but do they get a piece of the veteran? Do they get a piece of Veterans Day if you serve?
If you serve? If anyone has ever said to you, you served.
If anyone has said, yeah. If you've ever served, you're a veteran.
And if you have since died after serving,
we would like
Memorial Day. If you ever worn a good outfit and then died, if you died while dressed nice, you get a Memorial Day.
You have to die while serving.
You have to die in your best fit.
Yeah.
You get honored on Memorial Day.
It has to be so that you don't.
died while serving.
Dude, you died while serving. They put you at the wake. You have to wear the outfit too. They have to lay you out in it. They have to lay you out in it. Imagine not being put in a suit because what you had on was just good enough. That's what it would be.
Oh, shit. I die in service, I die in her cervix.
Oh my god.
Dude, speaking of fits, at what point do you throw out your boxers when they're ripped? Do you hold on for dear life?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right?
Underwear is highway robbery.
Also, why the fuck do they rip so much?
It's stupid.
None of my other clothes rip.
I feel like, what is it, friction between my thighs?
Seriously.
It's always the taint part. Gets holes in it.
Oh, that's fair game. You can keep wearing it like
Keep
that.
it with the taint holes. Waistband annoying.
Once the area where it would be a federal crime if it was exposed,
Yeah.
Once that is a little shaky, then
right,
it's gotta go.
Then you throw out the boxers.
But if you keep it, you can do like a little tribal thing too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
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 You know how the Native Americans used to do? Where, you know what I mean? You rock it like that.
You're holding on to the dear life. Mr. says you lost me on this. This is where we lose chat. This is where we lose chat on boxers.
So you're giving up on one rip? That's
You give up on a rip
preposterous
of
to me.
boxers?
That's preposterous.
What do you do? It's socks too. Socks. You get a hole in
I'm
them?
wearing holy socks, yeah.
You wear a holy
You
sock.
wear them to church.
Yeah.
Please throw them away. Well, they threw every one. I'd be buying new boxers every week. My boxer budget would be like a mom with a newborn baby buying diapers.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Every week.
Oh, not every week.
No, don't be afraid. Speak up for the rest of us one
But
weekers.
if no one is seeing it, like, you know, I don't wear them when I'm going like on a date or something. You know what I mean?
Right. And
But
it's not like you're bending over and someone sees it and then you lose all credibility.
Yeah.
That's not it. Get better quality boxers. We're being boxer brand
Yeah,
shamed.
yeah.
You know what I hate?
What?
I don't know. I maybe talked about it. Boxer briefs. Throw them out.
Oh,
Can
I
we
like
get rid of boxer briefs?
I think boxer
wear boxers or wear briefs.
No, I think boxer briefs are the sexiest underwear, man.
They gross me
I think
out.
on anyone,
Boxer briefs.
men or women, sexiest underwear. Yeah.
I feel like boxer briefs just be briefs. You don't want to. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna half-ass everything in your life. You know what I mean? Just wear briefs. I feel like that's someone that wants to wear briefs that doesn't wear briefs.
I don't like regular boxers. I feel like they're the most restrictive.
Regular boxers are more restrictive than. I feel I like boxers. I do like boxers. I said I was gonna feel. I feel like they're less restrictive. I feel like it's like the boxer briefs. I feel like are too restrictive. I feel like I wear the briefs, and that's like restrictive enough. But I think they're sexier.
I think it compliments you. Yeah.
The briefs compliment me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The boxer briefs I don't like.
But this is missing the point. They want us to give up on our underwear immediately.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly. It's nuts.
Briefs are better. I don't know about that. I gotta be honest, I don't really know the difference either. I just be buying whatever looks good.
TikTok girlies wear boxers as an outfit. Be uncomfortable. Yes. Be uncomfortable. That's it. If you want to be beautiful, I put on the briefs. Then I'm serving in my briefs. Please remember me. Please remember me.
So, I was on the phone with my grandpa yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's telling me all about everything in his life. He had a really
His whole life.
it's all the stuff since we last spoke. Apparently, he had really bad COVID and he almost died. But all right, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
one where you
And
ever
then-
see like the old Laurel and Hardy bits where they take a phone call and the person keeps talking, so they just put the receiver down and walk away. They come back to it like calling your mom or something, and your grandpa, and you just come back and you just say,
And I pick up and I hear him go. And then they said clear. And
Yeah, put it back down, like washing dishes.
no, I yada COVID. So anyway, but then we got to the point. You tell me he has to plant the fucking tree in his yard because he cut a tree down in his front yard because it's getting out of control. But apparently in Georgia, you have to have a tree in your yard. You have to have a tree. It's a law.
Way.
So they're checking this almost 84-year-old man to plant a fucking tree.
Really?
You need a tree.
Oh my god!
That's the most suburban thing I've ever heard. They destroy all of nature to build these grotesque houses. Their saving grace is they need one fucking tree. So he said he's researching world's smallest tree. I said, what if you just did a bush and called it a tree? I was super into the tree convo, actually.
Yeah, you almost croaked. Okay, Grandpa, shut up.
So, is a bush a tree? That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Is a bush a tree?
Would you make that argument to your HOA that you have a tree? It's right here, and it's a fucking bush. Could you do that?
Yeah, why? Yeah.
Who is gonna make an 84-year-old man
Plant a
groom a tree?
It wouldn't have... That's so crazy.
What, are they gonna run out of oxygen without? Was that thing about the fruit?
I actually love him. I would. You're saying you would to Nick's grandpa? Is that what you're saying, Cece?
What's the thing about fruit trees? What's the thing about fruit trees?
Yeah, what's the thing about fruit trees, Lee? Can you let us know? Let us know. Especially, yeah. Cece with the quick.
You see, we had that boxer convo and all your followers dropped.
Ollie hit refund on the subs. It's Jover. It's Jover.
That's the convo that we've talked about so much on here.
You literally, last week we talked about when I said what goes in our mouths, and part of in that YouTube description. I just want to say that was the most polite way to put it. I just want to say that was
the most grotesque convo.
That was one of the grossest conversations I think we've had on the show.
I know.
With a guest,
yeah,
no less. With a guest. Lee says that they ban the planting of female fruit trees so it creates more pollen. Really?
I definitely heard that in New York, that it creates such a sanitation hazard.
Oh, okay.
Because then all the fruit just falls off and rots.
So there is no free fruits. Huh. That's the other leg of the argument there.
Because there was a viral tweet that said, "Can you guys believe New York City banned female trees because they didn't want people getting free food?" No, that's not why. Also, no one's gonna sustain themselves by picking a fucking berry off a tree. Get fucking real, my god.
You just put the clamps on it. Well, Georgia is the peach state. Everyone should have a peach tree.
Have a peach tree, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how many peaches they
Can
actually
we look
have.
at the world's smallest tree?
Yeah, let's take a look.
I want to buy one for my grandpa.
You want to buy one for your grandpa? Let's take a look. World's smallest tree. Ooh, not Tres Leches cake. The dwarf willow. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, that's a pretty cool view, actually. That's not bad. The dwarf willow. Growing to a mere 1 to 6 centimeters in height. The dwarf willow.
The dwarf willow.
That's it.
This is a lot of your MCMs, by the way. Dwarf willow.
Oh, Casey has a good point. The bonsai tree. Wait.
Any man under 5'6" is a
But this is
willow.
1 to 6.
Wait, imagine that chilling in your front.
That's a tree. This is what your grandpa needs.
That's that chilling in his front yard.
Oh my god. This is it.
The government's pounding at his door. Like, you have to plant a tree.
They should call it the Whittle Willow. The Whittle Willow. Not a small tree, just a really big hand. Polyfan says, Polyfan, thank you for joining us. That is true. There is no scale here. I guess the scale would be a human hand.
Dude, I think HOAs are the funniest thing that's ever.
I think it's crazy. It's people that are obsessed with having their own property because they would be able to have, do whatever they want.
And then they
they're
can't do
slaves.
anything.
They're slaves to...
they can't do anything. Your
can't do
fence
anything.
has to be a certain height.
Yeah.
You can't have anything on your lawn. What is the appeal of owning a home? I really
Right.
don't get it.
You got to do more work. That's
Yeah. My house would be condemned almost within a year. I guarantee it.
Condemned?
Because every problem, I can't do this. I'm not fixing it.
Condemned. Oh my gosh. We have an HOA in my gated community.
Oh.
Gated parentheses up here in the
condos,
third
right?
guest. It's condos, not houses.
But I feel like a condo would be nicer, though, because you don't even really have your own lawn at that point. And other people are...
That is the big thing. That is the
Yeah.
big thing. It's like, if the HOA is like an apartment with a little more rules, they're still kind of annoying, but I don't want to mow grass.
They're so fucking
I
obsessed
don't want to
with their
shovel
lawns.
I don't want to
It's
shovel
crazy.
snow. It's weird. Dude, I would never cut the grass, man.
No.
I'm not cutting the grass, dude. My grass is going to grow. What are they going to do? They're going to make you cut your grass? I own it.
Okay,
Stop bothering me.
I have a hypothetical for you.
All right, let's hear it.
Mistrum with another psychopath comment.
Psychopath
He
comment.
said, I love mowing and shoveling.
You love mowing and shoveling. You, sir, are a glutton for punishment
Seriously.
and manual labor. You psycho.
It's like saying I love getting kicked in the head by a horse. What are you talking about?
I bet you enjoyed a human liver with a nice Chianti. You sicko. I want a home because I yearn for domestic life. You could they just move the goalposts on it, CC. You have domestic life in an apartment. It's much better. Much better.
Cece, move here.
Fava beans. Owning a home with a nuclear family and business and or stable job with benefits like health insurance is the American dream. Sorry.
Well, we own our own business.
I have plenty of dreams where I don't own a home. Most of them I'm in an apartment.
Most of my dreams, I'm getting like my throat slit.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant like my aspirations?
No.
Or you meant my actual dreams?
I meant actual dreams.
Yeah, no. I'm never owning a home.
I've never
I don't
owned
think
a
I've
home
ever
once.
closed on a home.
I've never owned a home.
Or it's one of those dreams, those dreams where you're really about to do something and then you wake up.
Yeah.
I've never had a pen on a mortgage paper about to sign. when I woke up. Oh, here's my hypothetical, and chat can break it down too. Let's say you really have to go to the bathroom. For the sake of argument, let's say you have to poop. But you have to pick up a few supplies before you go home too. But you also need gas. So you pull into a gas station that has the supplies you need and it has a usable bathroom.
Wait, is this all in a dream?
No. This is a hypothetical, which is like a dream.
It's like a dream.
It's dream adjacent.
It's dream adjacent.
So you need gas, supplies, and you have to poop. When you pull into the gas station, can you, and you're gonna use cash to get gas. So you have to go inside to get your gas.
Of
or
course.
it says on the screen, it says see cashier. So can
Okay.
you pull into the pump and go inside, shit, buy all your stuff, and then pay for the gas, then go get gas? Or is that inconsiderate? Do you have to park, shit, get your supplies, put them in your car, and then drive to the pump? Do you have a right to the pump even if you're going to be a while? Because I always think I have a right to the pump.
I think...
Or is it you have to feel out the...
No, I think you do. I think you have a right to the pump.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is an inconsiderate thing to do and people can give you grief about it, but I feel like they're wrong. You got there first, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, who are you to rush me on my shit? You know what I mean? If you wanted to get here, get in front of me.
But that's why I was gonna ask, should you feel out the parking lot first? Like, if it's midnight and no one's there, that's fine. If it's a rush, I still think I'm going to the pump.
You go to the pump
And I think
first.
I'm taking my time in the bathroom,
There's
too.
a pump, because what if you're taking up, what if the gas station's that packed? What if people are inside? What if people are trying to park to go inside? What if you force someone out of a parking spot into a gas station spot? And now
So
they're even more at fault because they're in a gas station spot not getting gas.
It's more ethical to park at the pump.
You go to wherever your end goal is.
Yes.
Because there are so many other more moving parts in this scenario to where you moving your car another time is worse off for everyone.
So you can park at the pump.
Park at the pump.
Even if you don't need gas, you should park
Even if you don't need gas. There's more pumps. And you know what? Other people are going to get gas and leave. And people can move around and do that, you know?
It's the worst when someone
make
pulls behind you, though, and they're, like, waiting for you, and then you're, like, walking in, you're like, I'm going to be a while, dude. But that's on them, right?
It's on them.
Yeah, okay. You know, people used to give me grief when I lived in a dorm, because I lived on the second floor. I felt the grief when I would take the elevator to the second floor.
Really?
But, you know, my point is, I pay just as much as everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So people would get in the elevator
and they'd be going to, like, the 8th floor. But
they're like, second floor?
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. Yeah, wait, I feel like that's the exact... I feel like that's a great translation of the issue.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the great translation. No, I'm here to pump gas. You know what I mean? This is I share this space with just as much as everybody. I could use it like that.
But I think the counter to that would be, I also get the privilege of being on the second floor. So I should be considerate of those who have a longer trek up. There's privileges. You're more likely to live in a fire. You can, because I'll go downstairs. I'm great at going downstairs.
You're great at going downstairs. You're great at going downstairs.
I'm an Olympian at going downstairs. It's up the stairs where trouble is. All right, let's catch up on these.
I feel like that's it. I feel like, though, that, again, I feel like if you did that, that is like a nice and considerate thing to do. I feel like it's nice, but I don't feel like it should be expected, because people expect, I don't know.
People expect way too much.
People expect a little way too much.
At the end of the day, none of us are doing anything. We're sitting in cars and staying in an elevator. What the fuck is the big deal?
It's a couple seconds, CC says, if I have to use the bathroom to whole ass shit, you're gonna shit your whole ass. I would park at a spot because it could get busy at the pump while I'm in there. But if I just have to grab something from inside, I've leaving my car at the pump.
Well, I'll add a curveball here. Would parking at the pump keep you honest in the bathroom?
It would.
Keep you a little efficient, you know what I mean?
Health issues, too.
Yeah.
You're less likely to get hemorrhoids because you're not sitting so long.
Ooh.
You're not on your phone, probably. Maybe you're not looking at your phone. Plus, if it's so busy, maybe the line is so long to get to the cashier anyway, you kill the time by pooping. There's just another wrinkle.
That is a little... So we're parking at the spot.
We're parking at the spot. You're the only car there, or at least not crowded. Here we go, park in the spot. A lot of park in the spot. We have a lot of considerate chatters.
No, I never seen my phone in a dream.
I've never seen my phone in a dream, Lee.
My dreams are very colonial.
Very colonial,
My dreams are like The Village.
I actually have one of those Napoleon-ass wigs, the president wigs, in my dreams. I never see my phone. I never see my phone.
I had a dream all my loved ones...
You've seen hundreds of ass dreams.
Were, every single one of my loved ones were back to back to back, pretending to love me, then trying to kill me. So, like... I remember the order. Bato, you tried to kill me, and then I got away from you. And I went to my mom, and she was like, "You're safe now." And then she started doing an evil laugh, and she tried to kill me. And then I got to Anthony, and then he tried to kill me, and he was really sadistic about it. And that's when I woke up.
Wow. So did he hurt you in the dream, and you woke up from that shock, or was it just...
No, he was making me do degrading stuff.
He was making you do degrading stuff.
He was making me kick field goals without shoes. 30-yard field goals without shoes. It really hurt.
In your dream, were you making them?
I was making them.
That's pretty funny. What was I doing to you?
You're trying to kill me.
But did I have a specific thing like
You
that?
had a scythe.
I had a
You were
scythe.
chasing me with a scythe. Yeah.
I was the Bato Reaper.
Yeah, but we were in like an old western town too, an abandoned western town,
Ooh.
and you were chasing me with a scythe.
And then you got familiar. You went into your mom's house.
No, my mom's saloon.
Your mom's saloon. It was
Yeah.
Western the whole time.
Yeah.
So let me guess what football stadium you were at.
The Cowboy. Okay. So that's
That's the last joke you hear from me.
a lot of my dreams are like that. Like people are trying to kill me.
A lot of
Very
your
little-
dreams.
Very little phones, because phones you call for help.
Yes, very little phones. I have no phones.
Yeah.
Dude, Ash just resubbed in tier 1. Thank you so much, Ash, for the resub. Welcome into chat. Thank you so much, legend. Let me put these suckers on. Let's hustle. Let's hustle. Thank you so much, Ash. How you doing tonight? Thank you for coming through. Thank you so much for the resub. 4-month streak. Legend. Legend. My dreams are all that I can't talk, walk, or yell. Are you just having sleep paralysis?
Have you ever moved in slow motion in your dream? Because that happens to me. It's either I'm moving in slow motion, they're trying to kill me, or I'm sucking a dick. That's a lot of my dreams.
You're sucking a dick.
A lot of my dreams are me sucking a dick.
Not just a couple. It's you're. Wait, say the other two things.
Walking slowly.
Walking slowly, like you're moving in slow motion.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way you can speed up. Okay.
Evading murders.
Yeah.
Or sucking dick. Those are my 3 dreams.
That's the trilogy of dreams.
Yeah.
And that's interesting because I feel like there's a saying about dreams, right? It's like, if I'm not in them and nobody's naked, don't tell me about it. It's like people when they show you a picture. If I'm not in it, and nobody's naked, don't show me that picture. Same can be said about dreams.
It's a great conversation starter, too. You tell someone I had a dream about you. You could be lying.
Yeah, it is. It is, but it's so intriguing.
Yeah.
It's so intriguing. I feel like people are hooked right in. You're like,
Yeah.
what were you dreaming? Because even if you don't tell them what you were dreaming about, I feel like they don't even need that. They just are fascinated that they would appear in your subconscious.
Sometimes I try to trick women. She goes, "What was it about?" I said, "We got married and lived a beautiful life together."
In a house.
Yeah. And I say, "You there?"
Oh my gosh.
Maybe if you just suck a dick, the dreams will stop. I mean, I don't rule it out.
Whose dick are you sucking in your dreams? Is it usually a famous person or someone you
No,
know?
it's a smorgasbord of people I know.
It's a
Yeah.
Oh, it's mostly people you know though.
Almost sometimes it's girls who I'm.
Sometimes it's girls with
Not that there's anything wrong with a girl having a dick, but I'm fairly certain they don't.
Can anyone in chat? No. What, do girls have dick? That's funny. Yeah, you're sucking a girl's dick in your dreams.
Yeah, but not too often. It's like
But not too often.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and alternating Sundays is when those dreams happen. So like 3.5 times a week, I have a dream like that.
Every other day.
Yeah. So what were you saying about Veterans Day?
One time a video game repair customer told me I was in their dream a day before. I went and I canceled the commission completely because of that. You just stopped work on the job?
Well, that is creepy, Riz. I
that
don't
is
like
creepy.
wrong.
It's absolutely creepy.
Yeah.
You just said you do that.
Well, I don't say it to random,
No, yeah.
like, I say it to people I know.
You don't say it to the person like you're paying for a service. Oh my
Wait,
God.
scroll up a little.
All right, yeah, here we go. Cece said.
Yeah, I'm trying to fight with people, but I can't. That happens too.
Cece says she can't punch in her dreams. She can't open her jaw in the dreams. Well, she wouldn't be having the dreams that you have then. Oh man.
Oh, we gotta talk about something.
Okay.
We went to a surprise birthday party.
Yes,
We
thank
gotta
you.
talk about this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we went to a surprise birthday party for one of our friends, organized by his wife, who's a great person. But this is the thing.
Fantastic.
He had a surprise party 2 years ago. So this is 2 surprise parties in a span of 3 years. My thing is, eventually it stops being a fucking surprise.
It's stupid.
You can't have a surprise party every year.
You can't.
And it's like, I think next year the gag should be she coaxes him into thinking there's a surprise party, and then they walk into an empty house.
That's what I was
where
saying.
They just have a normal night. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like, you can't, what is like the rule on this? You can't, I think you can only have a surprise party once every 10 years.
No,
sure.
I think you get once in your life.
Once in your
I think you
life.
get once in your entire life.
Once in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I
Because
feel like-
after that, you're kind of suspecting it every year. And the surprise is that you never
You're
get
kind of
otherwise.
suspected. I feel like you have to be so vain to do that. I feel like
I've never met a vain person.
yeah, I think people could totally can see that, but I'm willing to move it to 20 because then I feel like you're in a different generation. But I will say that you only get one in your life that's a random birthday party. You only get 126th. Or
Okay.
like, or you only
The
get
others
like
have to be
120.
milestones?
The other ones have to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 number.
But then,
Well, then you only get one of those
if you know
too.
they're coming, and you know they're more likely on those days, then I think you lose the element of surprise.
But you only get one. And they don't happen to everybody. Have you ever had a surprise party thrown for you?
No.
Me neither.
So we still have our one.
We still have our one.
We
But
still
that's
have
what
our
I'm saying. Is
random
like,
one.
so now maybe when you get later in life, you think like, oh, is this
My
going
birthday's in 9 days, by the way.
to... no one's remembering that. That's how you lead up to a surprise
You're trying to
party.
throw me off the surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I like. You can't have a surprise party every year. She's done it every year for the past 3 years.
Well, no, last year there wasn't one. We got to be honest.
I don't buy it. I
We gotta
feel
be
like I
honest,
don't buy
was
it.
2 and 3 years.
I feel like I just wasn't invited to that one because I've seen the cast that was invited to the first one and the third one, and there were no overlaps. There was a distinction of no overlaps. There was one
That's
friend
true.
group. There was one friend group that's like me, Nick, and a couple other people, and then there was an alternate friend group.
Well, maybe that's
And the
why
alternate
he
friend
needed
group
to do.
switched.
If she needed to do another surprise, maybe it's because he shredded all his friends so fast.
That
So
could
he
be
needed
it.
a new surprise.
That's something I think that's true, because I feel like I feel like it's like telling the joke telling the same joke twice. If it's to a different audience, even if the subject is beaten to death on it, meaning
Yeah.
Anthony, this one person, then the audience is still fresh, meaning everybody
That's
who
true.
gets to do the surprise.
But I went to both. So it's
I went
if
to
we're
both.
thinking about the context of Anthony's birthday versus like through the lens of me,
Yeah.
it's getting very dull. And I think that's what we should prioritize.
Lee asks, was he surprised? Not in the least. Not in the least.
No, he was
Because-
surprised.
Well, I wasn't there. You have to say, but from what I heard, and this could be Anthony just saying like he's a macho
we
guy.
ruined the surprise because we
love
left
you,
all our
Anthony.
shoes by the window.
That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
surprise was kind of
We fumbled it. That's not really.
that's not
anyone's
really
fault
on
but
it.
ours.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta catch up in chat.
Here, let's see. Here. All right. I think it could be every year.
Dude, you can have a birthday party every year. It can't be a surprise every year, though. Even if
Right.
you label it a surprise party, it's not a surprise anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it almost turns into this conditioning where
Yeah.
you think the surprise is coming, and then the surprise is that you're not having the surprise party.
Which it
And
would
that's
be
what I
really
was saying
funny.
to lean into. That is a pretty funny bit, but you have to pay off.
I'm gonna blindfold you on your birthday and then bring you nowhere.
But how kind is it that people think of you so much that they want to put in the effort to do that, not even just once, but
I
twice?
think that's what you should take from it as very endearing.
How about you throw me a good fucking party then? You're gonna bullshit me on the same gag twice. Come up with a different thing. Do you love me enough? What the? You know what I mean? Because I'm throwing you a good party every year. I'm not. Oh no, what are we gonna do for Bato? I'll do a surprise twice in a row. What the hell? I hold myself to the same standard. Why? It's not a personal or mean or ungrateful thing. Bato ungrateful for real. Kiwi says, as a man, why are you celebrating your birthday? Female trait. Blazing Aura with the rain. Thank you so much, Gobi. Welcome in. You're at a great time. Blazing Aura, how often are you allowed to have a surprise party? How often? 2 years in a row is too much, correct? 3 years, one every other year. Too much, correct? Let's hustle! Thank you so much, Gobi. Thank you so much, legend. Everybody welcome Gobi. Let's give him the shout out while he gets himself situated. How old are you going to be, Nick? 21, Ash says?
Yeah.
21.
A fresh 19.
A fresh 19.
So much energy.
How old do you guys guess Nick is?
Well, we don't have to do that. I don't think this was on the docket for today. We got my mother on her 70th, but I told my siblings that's a one-time deal because you don't want to scare an old woman. She'll pee herself and take a heart attack. That would be a good bit.
That's a good bit,
If you surprise
think?
someone to death, you sent them out on really good terms. Because they were super happy and excited in the final moments.
Yeah. Dude, you know how people say, like, in that situation, you know how people are always like, when you die, people are like, oh, I hope everyone remembers me for this or whatever and does this and blah, blah, yada, 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 right? Like, they're remembering good things about you. They're like, I hope they do this and they remember me like this.
Yeah.
And they do this and they think of me. It's a lot of stuff like that after you've passed, right? If I drop dead, I would want everyone to try really hard to bring me back. I wouldn't want anyone to say, oh no, Bato's dead. I would do, everybody just try to bring me back to life.
In ways that haven't even ever been tried before.
Some Frankenstein shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Witch doctor.
Don't throw my body out right away.
No, keep me preserved.
At least 3 days.
At least 3 days. What if I wake up? Start doing it every so often. Beat on my chest a little, you know?
I don't think we know everything about our brain, you know? You might still be in there.
Yeah.
We could bring you back.
Yeah.
I smack you around. don't desecrate the body. Who the fuck gives a shit about the body?
Dude. There's the urban legend of putting people in the coffins and then they open up the coffins and there's scratch marks inside, right?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
I want to know from your vibes. I don't want to fact check it.
Well, almost every urban legend is based on fact. Did you know that?
And did you know that Abraham Lincoln said, don't believe everything you read on the internet?
Yeah. You know urban legend where someone flashes their lights, it means there's a little guy in the back seat who's waiting to kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Has that ever happened?
That's happened to me, and you look, well...
Has there ever actually been a guy?
No. But you know what? Doesn't that make you nervous? Or like, it always, whenever someone flashes their lights at me, I feel like I always just like, you get nervous that someone's following you. Or when someone flashes their lights at you, they say, what was it? The urban legend was if you flash back, then they follow you, right? Or something?
Yeah. I don't care. I'm not afraid of anyone.
You're not afraid of anyone?
No one. Do you ever flash at people to warn them there's a cop?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. That is good. That's what I always assume it is, but it can be any kind of hazard. I've seen it like, if people will flash you being like, oh, there's traffic up ahead or an accident or something. Everybody turn around, you know? Whenever you see the lights, I feel like it's like, oh, do the caution. Do the caution.
I think that falls short, though, when a flash could mean one of 5 things, you know? Because then you'd...
Exposing yourself.
And then... When I got there, there was a huge accident, and the smart thing would have been if I turned around when the guy flashed me. But how would I fucking know that? You know what I mean?
It's kind of like it's almost like
we should have Morse code with our lights.
Yeah, everybody should be able to pick up on it. It's almost like just telling you, listen, just be careful up ahead. Yeah, you know, that's all, and that's what you got to do, I guess, because it could just be a cop and you have to drive slower. But you're right. You wouldn't know to turn around. I'm careful always.
I have a topic.
Before you do, Cece says, I thought that was for tuberculosis victims or something. Flashing your lights where they thought they were dead and buried, then they weren't. Oh, I don't know. Grave bells were a 19th century fad. That's where we get the term dead ringer, if I recall correctly. Wait, what do you...
Oh! The bells. You know the bells.
Of course, I rang them. I thought I bet there was a guy... It could mean anything. It could mean anything. Like Gobi says, just warning me my lights are out. It could be that too. It's like telling you to put your lights on, or you have something on the hood of your car. It could mean so many things. It basically means like that. It basically is just terrible news, because it means that whatever you're doing is a little more complicated right now, you know? At the very least. Yep. That is the best. The best thing that can come from someone flashing their lights at you means your life's about to get a little more complicated.
But if it means there's a little guy in your back seat, that's actually
the little guy.
That's actually the easiest to deal with. I'd rather deal with that than traffic.
You'd rather deal with a little willow in your back seat.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about the concept
I agree.
It's kind of a newish concept. Maybe
The dogs bark.
It's probably like what are we called? Millennial Gen Z concept with launching your significant other like it's an album. You know, you ever heard the phrase a hard launch or a soft launch? But they're talking about another person. Like a soft launch. A soft launch, just think of a girl like, she has a pic where she's like holding flowers. And then all the guys who thirst over her are like, who the fuck gave her those flowers? You know what I mean? Like
that's soft launch.
That's a soft launch. That's when you get the waters get a little murky, where, you're like, I don't really know if I could be DMing this woman anymore. And then there's another one where there's like a hand on her shoulder. Yeah. And you're like, okay, this is a soft. This is a decent. Maybe they're not exclusive, but they spend a lot of time together.
That's a firm launch. Yeah. It's a firm launch.
And then there's the hard launch. And I want to know the rules of a hard launch. Do you have to hard launch at the same time? What if she hard launches, but then he waits 3 more months and then he hard launches? Is that a huge red flag? Should the launches be at the same time?
I feel like it has to now with the ability to share the post, do the cross post on Instagram. Yeah. If you don't do it at the same time, then I can't respect the launch. Yeah. That's open season. It's so funny to me that you said that guys will take note of it, because I feel like
guys, when it comes to
if a girl's in a relationship, we sniff it out.
Yeah.
They're Sherlock Holmes, dude. Men are FBI agents on Instagram. Yep. If a girl just became single, there's no one that knows about it sooner.
No tangible evidence.
There's no tangible evidence. It's the vibe thing.
Yeah.
Men can smell it. They will smell it before a girl's closest friends and family.
Before her soft launch.
The last guy that liked her last post knows it before her mom. That's how crazy it is.
So, what do you...
If he has an Instagram, that's a red flag. Oh, dude.
It is, but
it has to be within the same week.
A lot where
I feel like, no, it has to be simultaneous. With the ability now, it has to be simultaneous, or I don't respect it.
I see, it the other way, too, but it's mostly, I feel like, girls posting a man who doesn't post them. Wouldn't you say that's disproportionately...
Wait, what'd you say?
I think it happens the other way, where men are posting women who aren't posting them. But I think usually it's women posting men who aren't posting her.
Yeah.
Which I actually know a couple who I guess are doing well. But there was a 3-month gap in their launches.
There was a 3-month
gap in their launch. Yeah.
Oh my God. Have you confronted them about it?
No.
No.
Not even, I don't care at all. I just find it a little juicy.
Kiwi says, the minute my ex and I broke up, some guy from high school mass liked a bunch of my posts. As a man, why are you on Instagram? Dude. It's insane.
I actually do a different thing.
It's insane.
I post everyone I hang out with to the point that everyone thinks I'm dating everyone.
Yeah. Bree says, usually I keep all my relationship off of social media, but if they're posting someone, both should be posting IMO. First of all, welcome in, Bree. Legend. Everybody salute the legend, Bree. Thank you for coming through. Yes. Agreed.
Do you think...
Agreed.
I think if you don't post each other, that's fine. But there has to be a reason. You know what I mean? Like, he can't just say, I just don't like posting.
No, it's unacceptable.
That's huge.
It's unacceptable. If you're not posting, that's a betrayal.
Yeah.
That's a stone cold betrayal, dude.
Now here's what I want to ask. Can you hard launch a breakup? Because like we said, you don't need to hard launch. We'll know. You know what I mean?
We'll know.
We'll know immediately. Yeah. Once we see all those old photos have been archived.
And that spreads like wildfire. It doesn't stay. It doesn't stay. It doesn't stay. Dude, I said it. I think, dude, men are such, I want to say, men have beautiful minds, because the second any woman becomes single, we all think that we have a chance with her. Remember when Shakira became single?
Yep.
Every man in the back of their head is thinking, a chance with her. What if me and Shakira ended up together, you know?
I'm thinking that right now with Kiki Palmer.
With Kiki Palmer,
She's actually going through a pretty serious situation with a restraining order and everything.
Yeah.
And there's a bad part of my brain that is just like, this means she can date me now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He's doing better. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Dude. Oh my gosh.
Every story post is a Mitski song.
Dude, it really does spread like wildfire, man. The breakup hard launch.
That's true.
Oh, I wanted to say something. I've seen a breakup hard launch.
Okay, I have to.
Has anyone in chat seen a breakup hard launch?
Now, is it a pic with the ex?
It was
or
several.
is it just a pic with themselves saying "I'm free now" or something like that? Was it a good or a bad term launch?
I've seen from the caption, it seemed like it was a good terms, but
It just ended.
it was only one of the people posting it. It was a group post of pictures. It was a multi-post, I should say. Several pictures, and I believe they were all together. I think they were all together in all of them, but I don't know. Maybe there were some solo.
That just makes me sad, man. I don't know what to.
It's a toughie.
It's depressing.
It's a toughie.
Not that it's like pathetic. It's just like, why did you break up?
Yeah.
I still very much care about this person.
Oh my god, dude. I love a breakup
I've
post.
seen-
Please,
like, I've
guys.
seen-
I'm in shock. It's a shock.
You know what I
right?
love? The post-breakup thirst trap that says "I'm back on the menu." I love
it. Yeah,
Like,
that is beautiful. That's in a total other conversation. That's a beautiful thing. We love that.
that's
That's different.
the most beautiful post. Like if I saw that on Instagram and then I saw someone welcoming their
Yeah.
new child into the world, I would
Right.
think the first one was more beautiful.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. Oh
What's
my
with people
god,
posting their babies anyway?
keep the baby.
Seriously.
The baby. Back to dreams and pictures. If it's not mine. Bree says, I've seen a few, but it's usually from streamers who made their relationship a big part of stream. Like the classic David Dobrik, Liza Koshy one. That they made a whole ass video about it, right? You've done it, Kiwi. You say you hard launched a breakup. I used one of these Instagram filters that said, "Why are you single?" Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like that, Bato. That's so crazy. So Cece, you the breakup posts are another field. That's another animal. That's another animal. That is not the launch. That is not the couples post reminiscing on the time together. That I feel is that's crazy. That's crazy.
Can you? I feel like it seeped into like this soft launch thing has seeped into other forms of marketing that I really don't like. You know what I mean? When people like musicians leave like a trail that they're promoting a new album.
Yeah,
Like, do you want people to listen to it or not? What
Oh my god.
You know what my favorite one is with anniversary posts where the two people clearly hate each other and they always say we've had our ups and downs.
Yeah, they always say the ups and downs. Please, they're alluding to it. The couples that write the long captions, you know they're struggling. So freaking true.
It is actually a green flag when your capture is just like, love you so much, can't wait to do another year with you.
Yeah.
Like, when it's these super sentimental ones, like you've been through war,
Yeah.
it's like...
The ups and downs means someone cheated. Dude, Kiwi says that when they your friends were asking your guy friends were asking how long were you and your ex together, and they said 8 months, and they were like, it felt like you guys were together for way longer. Did they put a little LOL at the end? Waiting their turn, you said? Dude, that's it. I saw this tweet one time and it says, girls just date people for way too long. Don't you know other people want to date you too? It's so true. Oh my gosh. Dude. The shorter the caption, the heavier the love. So true, CC. So true.
My ex did this for our Hard Launch using the picture I said not to use. That is on par with the wedding cake in the face thing.
Yeah.
Immediate red flag that's not going to
Immediate.
work out. Why are you doing
Right.
something they told you not to do?
Yeah. That's so funny.
That is like
so funny. You're right.
that's like a like I think the wedding cake in the face thing is like a 98%. Just off my vibes that guy's abusive. You know what I mean? Why would you want to embarrass someone on their wedding?
Oh my gosh. You're absolutely right.
Unless
That
you
is
disagree.
the biggest. No.
I can't-
No, I don't. I think that your vibes are very accurate. I trust your instinct.
You know what? I can't wait to hard launch Nicky, the new pod, Nicky,
Yeah.
with no bottom.
Is that you soft launching it?
Yeah.
You were telling me you had a Twitch earlier.
Oh,
Really? It was just because you keep blinking one
Oh,
eye.
my new Twitch, my eye, it's a weird Twitch now. I think I need my brain scanned.
You need your.
Seriously, I can't swallow. I can't stop fucking twitching.
You can't stop twitching.
Go up, go up, go up.
Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up. Bree, I had a lot of dudes hit on me after my most recent relationship. Got so annoyed that I started saying I was in a relationship. LOL. You did the fake launch. The fake launch, dude. We love enemies. Oh my god. All right. The wedding, dude. Yes, we're all in agreement. An abusive red flag. I love that you nailed it there. Abusive.
Yeah.
It's abusive.
It's not a red flag that it's gonna.
It's not
fail.
like
it's
this
a
is-
red flag on the guy who did it that he's an abuser.
Exactly. Want to know Bato's opinion on getting back with exes? My opinion in particular, I feel like I feel like it's a bad idea if it's too soon. You need to be. I feel like you can't date the same person if you haven't been away from them for at least like 5 years. You know what I mean? Like
You need to go be a hoe.
you need to. I feel like there's a growth. There's a getting back to yourself, and maybe getting with another person or something, whatever you want to do. But there's growth that comes from being apart from the other person that can only come from being apart from the person for an extended period of time. So that's not to say that there's like a fling and then you take a break for a while and then get serious. You know, that's like you were in a long serious relationship for a while and then you get back together, you break up and get back together again immediately. That is always a terrible idea, dude. It's a disservice to yourself and your partner because there's so much growth that been going on outside on your own. It's better for both people. You need to take the time.
Pathetic. Just move on with your life.
Just move on with your life. And
Have you seen the women out here? They're gorgeous. There's so many, just 10 out of 10. And you're stuck on one?
I've never seen a woman that I was like, not beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. How beautiful are women?
You know
It's
what?
crazy.
I think about this, what social media has done. Boomers and the previous generations, they probably saw 3 beautiful women in their entire life.
That's it.
I see 50 every day. That's why I'm twitching.
I see my grandpa watching the Facebook reels. And I'm like, you are making up for lost time, brother. You sit in that recliner in the living room and you enjoy your scroll.
He would disintegrate.
Dude, I feel like, you know in that movie Old School when that guy Blue, when the girls take their tops off and he dies?
Yeah.
I feel like could be my grandpa on the wrong scroll. I feel like he opens the wrong app. He opens the wrong app. It's croak time. Oh my god.
Everyone said Bato was cooking.
Bato was cooking. Thank you, Legends. Hell yeah. Turn your monitors on. You guys are cooking. Thank you. Thank you.
I have BPD so often I break up with someone because I had split it and then feel like same way, like just move on, LOL.
Just move on. Yeah. Dude, Nicky's cooking as well. Move on. Oh my god. One of them is using the other when that happens. I am a very astute observation.
Wait, so I shouldn't get back to him after I blocked him, so he sent me a Venmo note begging to get back together. That's a schmood.
Dude.
That's a schmood. You can there's a 1 month grace period where you can try Hail Marys.
And this is where I want to get back to say that men have beautiful minds. I feel like this is like the they paid you money. Did they pay? They paid you money to get that message across. That I feel like the playbook just gets wider every day. I feel like there's new metas in the crazy men action games
too, because the only opening she left was the money one.
The money one.
If she blocked him on everything except Venmo, that's strategic.
Exactly.
That's not a
It's strategic.
Yeah.
I love it. I remember that terrible, the guy for his trashy wedding vow.
Yeah.
He had the nastiest vows, right? It sounded like it was like You remember in The Night at the Roxbury where Will Ferrell doesn't really have vows? He's like, we met and our dads were friends, and then you let me have sex with you. And I feel like that was like the line for slapstick comedy. You know what I mean? It wasn't that was kind of funny. This guy is a real life person saying we should, I don't even know what he said. I couldn't bear to watch the whole
list
thing.
of his fetishes.
It was like fetish and like nasty, vulgar talk. It was terrible.
I want to write vows for someone, but I don't want to get married.
You want to write?
We should pick someone for us to write vows for.
I ghost wrote someone's vows one time.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Shut up.
I did.
Dude, shut up.
You know who?
Who?
Elena, my friend that used to work, Penny's mom. It's so funny that I ghost wrote my BM's vows to get married to someone else.
No, you didn't.
I did.
She is so out of love with this guy, she couldn't think of anything to say. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a tip in my...
Does he not inspire anything?
That's the feather in my hat.
You know what's crazy? I don't think it's a red flag on her. I think it's a red flag on him. Like, you inspire nothing.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Beautiful women everywhere. Girls are so pretty, yes. Normalize blocking people and everything. He was talking about her like an object. It was disgusting. No one actually thinks to block someone on Venmo. And I was thinking that I would say that I've blocked people on LinkedIn. So I think that it could. I wouldn't be surprised to hear a conscious decision to not block on the Venmo. Everything. Xbox Live, Spotify. Hell yeah. Dude. One of my guy friends wrote for Plan B as a joke on a Venmo transaction where he was paying me back for Uber Eats, and my ex saw it while we were broken up and called me yelling, saying, "I know you slept with wow," and then wanted it to be disproven.
Okay, well, 2 red flags there. The guy who went crazy, but also Venmo comedians, man.
That is nuts. The
Venmo, man.
Wait.
People try to make jokes with every transaction they send.
Well, I resent that because I try to make a funny one, but I will say that I'm not trying to clog a timeline with one. I do a private transaction, and I do...
All my transactions are private.
I do... Yeah. Gotta keep it private, because you get exposed like this. No. That's nuts. That is nuts. That is nuts. Have you ever called scrolling on Venmo? It's social media?
The most cursed social media.
It is the most cursed social media. Oh my God.
Ash, what are we curious about?
I think Ash has been posting, has anyone fallen out of love? That's what she asked. Has anyone ever fallen out of love? Is that what you're referring to, Ash? The vows were sad because she was saying he's out of her league, and he's saying, "I'd leave you for Margot Robbie. Get on your..." Oh my God, that is so gross. OMG. What the hell? My abuser would Photoshop screenshots. I've heard of this. I've heard about this from some women saying men are Photoshopping screenshots. As a man...
Of what?
As anyone...
To prove like an alibi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bizarre.
It's bizarre. I can't believe... To me, I don't have any I don't have any like thought to where you would commit a crime where you're 100% get caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never be motivated to do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What do you get out of it? Who can you... It's basically like you're
not that good at Photoshop.
You're also not that good. To me, that's going like what? DEFCON 3 on it, because it's like you're basically saying everyone in contact with this one person, not just people you know, but people you don't know. You're cutting them off from the world. You'll never be able to have a genuine relationship with them. Friends, acquaintance, anything. And then you're saying, I need to protect the small circle that I have left and just be open to the other 8 billion people on the planet. I feel like that's nuts. Ash, I don't know. We lost the plot on you. Sorry, Ash. I don't know if one of your chats
with being gay. Hell yeah, gay rights.
Gay rights. Is that what you're talking? I think we might have lost one of your chats then, because I don't know what the original idea was, Ash. Sorry if you can bring us up to speed. I'm sorry about that. So Lee says the person screenshot them a message between me and the guy he thought I cheated with. Wait, what? Wait, they photoshopped a message between you and another person?
But wouldn't you know you didn't send that message?
How would they ever have that? That is crazy. Oh my god. Ash, you keep saying you've never thought about it at least once. We don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking about. What have we never thought about at least once?
That's a good bit. If it's
That's a good bit. Ash is just bogarting the chat with this one.
Oh, he texted the guy and was asking. That's a serious. That's like seriously like violating.
Oh my god! No way! No way!
Oh, Ashman being gay. Yeah, of course I've thought about it.
Yeah, we've
had like 5 entire episodes.
We beat this to death. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're trauma dumping now, but the narcissist over Discord love bombed me, and he'd always manufacture drama with other people to get me to trust him more and more. It was insane. He did it at least 3 times super insidiously. Oh my goodness.
I love bombing. I do.
Hey, what do we mean by love bombing?
Bato, I love you so much.
That's a bomb?
You're the best co-host a guy could ever ask for.
You want to start a fight?
What?
That's how NickyBato started.
Oh, yeah.
Only the NickyBato veterans will remember that. Only the NickyBato veterans will remember that. I love you too, legend. Thank you, Nick.
Stop. Don't
I love you. I love you. Could you say I love you?
I love you.
No, I wasn't asking.
Oh.
I was just, well, I was asking. I meant the general you. Again, going back to our YouTube description. NickyBato Vets Day. Hell yeah. 11/12. Every year. NickyBato Veterans Day. Put it on the calendar.
Love bombing is being overly affectionate and loving and then being the complete opposite the next week and then flip-flopping in between. Yeah, my dog does that sometimes.
The me shows do that too. It
does hurt.
It does hurt.
Yeah, okay.
It does hurt.
I'm against love bombing then.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I feel like it's all pets. The Mishos, the 2 kitty cats do that to me. And it's not, I don't even get a week's respite.
Being an abuser.
I don't even get a week's respite. I get like hours. You know? Keeps the victim in a constant high withdrawal mental state. I know the psychos in chat are taking notes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Love bombing is an umbrella term. Gaslighting, that's a love bomb.
That's a love bomb.
Cheating, that's a love bomb. You know what? People who... Okay, this is a joke, but take it with a grain of salt. People who I feel like always talk about being love bombed are just kind of bragging.
It is kind of a brag. It's funny.
I'm just always getting love bombed.
It's like, oh,
Loves
I wish someone would abuse me. What the hell? My gosh, I've never been love bombed. Actually, I was love bombed. NickyBato was love bombed because they were all like, "We're cooking." Then we brought up boxers.
We brought up boxers,
and everybody was like, "What the fuck? How can you say that? Throw out your boxers." Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Knew him for 3 days. We met the night I've been drinking. He was already saying he liked me. If telling women within a day that you love them, just take me away, boys.
I feel like. Where is the PEMDAS on love bombing? Where is the rule? Where is the rule?
He love bombed me. Watched all the Twilight movies in 3 days. Well, is that what it said? 3 days?
Yes. Oh. Oop. You got
with 2 days to impress me. Well, those are just good movies.
it.
So I'm
You're not
sorry
allowed
he
to
love
chat.
bombed you, but I'm glad he got that experience.
Yeah, that's great for him. We love that for him. Oh my gosh. We bragging now. Wait.
I'm not against it, but it's wild the can of worms we've opened.
It's
It's not
nuts.
supposed to be about hard launching.
Hard launching it out. Dude, the love bomb. We're getting.
Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy.
We're getting comment bombed.
We're getting chat bombed. I was going to say, we're getting chat bombed. I feel so nice. NickyBato has a better love story than Twilight. It has a better story than most anything else. Most
I had
anything
another
else.
topic. Well, you keep talking about love bombing, though. I did have another topic, though, to bring us home.
Yeah? I say let it rock. Let's hear it.
Let's hold on.
Love bombing is going to be the
Anyone
new
who-
term on the internet, like gaslight and autism that people throw around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But it is a very serious thing. If anyone wants to send me gifts, I'm open to it.
This isn't a bomb. Wait, what if they sent you
Yeah, what if
a
they sent
real
you a
bomb? What if you got bombed? Only for it to be an explosion of mixed nuts.
You can get love
From a
bombed in
shoebox.
friendships, too. You can get love bombed in friendships.
Yeah, I love bomb, Nick.
I love bomb you too.
What's the next topic? Let's hear it.
This thing people do at drive-thrus where they pay it forward. You ever hear of this?
Yeah, I didn't think that was. Yeah.
And they pay for the person behind them. Well, first of all, it should be called pay it backward. You're paying for the guy behind you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
let's change the term right here. So
Yeah.
they do this thing called pay it
They
backward.
do this thing called pay it backward.
And they tell the person, let's say they work at Dunkin' Donuts, they tell the Dunkin' employee, I'm going to pay for the person behind me because I'm feeling generous today. Now, picture this. You're an employee making maybe $17 an hour. And someone's feeling generous. And they say they're going to treat the customer who already planned on spending the money.
Right.
That's why they're in the fucking drive-thru.
Yeah.
They're going to treat the person behind them whose reaction they won't even see.
Yeah.
And they'll drive away instead of just giving a nice tip to the worker. And then you're also confusing them because there's a cachet on those things. You know what I mean? And then you're
Right.
throwing everything out of order. You're fucking up the balance. If you have extra money, give it to the person making your shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely,
Don't give it
yeah.
a fucking dickhead in the SUV behind you.
Right.
Already had in his mind had parted with the money he's about to spend.
Yeah.
It's not cute. I'm sick of people doing this.
It's gross. Yeah.
And then if someone does it to you, I don't feel like I have to do it. I just say thank you.
You move on.
Yeah.
You move on. And honestly, if I'm the cashier, I'm just pocketing the money.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's
Oh,
gonna
that's
know?
a good point.
If I'm the cashier, I'm not doing it. I'm pocketing the money 100%. I would never, ever, ever, ever pay it backward. The buck stops with me literally.
And
I would get it.
that is bulletproof because
Everyone's happy. The person who paid it backward thinks in their head that they made someone's day. The person who got the money, I'm not going to say I deserve it more than the person behind, but it's my money now, and I'm
Yeah.
looking out for number one, all right? And then the next person, like you said, already planned to spend the money.
yeah.
So if you're
Unless
giving me...
they're like a geek who's gonna wait in the parking lot for the other person to pull up next time and be like, "Did you like my?"
I don't care. Then they can say
They go
fuck
pick
your.
their
I can
battle.
say go fuck yourself. Yeah, you can come back up to the drive-through window and ask me what I did with the money, and I'll
It's
say I
such
gave
a-
it to him.
It's such an American thing, though,
Yeah.
that the only time they're ever feeling generous, they don't give it to the person who's literally serving them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
People get so mad, and even the notion that should have to tip the person who made their drinks. They're not being forced to. They're getting mad at the idea that they would even want to.
Yeah.
And then they feel generous.
Indeed.
And it's always these fucking uppity geeks in their stupid ass SUVs that they're paying $900 a month for.
Yes.
The one time in their life they think about other people, it's never the person who on an economic level is below them. It's just, well, you know what people do? They see that there's a bumper sticker that says like, "My son serves in the military."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to buy their thing.
Exactly.
There's-
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. I'm gonna buy your mom a coffee. like send one to the fucking military.
Yeah.
send a dark roast over there.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. Casey says, I get your point, but sometimes I go to the same place as coworkers around the same time and we bought for each other. That's a good vibe, like buying your buddy a beer. Totally
I think that's different.
Totally
That's
different. You're buying your friend. Totally different. You're buying
impulsive random act of kindness. That's like, that's actually good because it avoids Venmo picking. You know what Venmo picking is?
I was just gonna say where people nickel and dime their friends for everything.
It should just be like, I got you this time, you got me next time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
100%. If you're friends, what is your issue with just what you just said? Take turns, not Venmo every time.
Venmo me for $3, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, dude, I got you an Arizona iced tea. Can you Venmo me the 99 cents?
The difference in dollars, because it's sometimes cents to what it washes out to in the grand scheme of a friendship with someone that's been years long, should not matter much. Should not matter much.
Right. Wait, we gotta catch up on chat.
Here we go. Let's see how the chat is looking.
Up. There's more up.
No, we saw. We went through them. We went through them.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Go up. I didn't read Cece's about 2 tickets.
She's talking to Ash. She's saying that it's because Ash is asking, how are you supposed to know how much the person behind you is gonna spend?
Oh.
And then Cece said it's actually kind of easy. It's actually kind of easy to take the payment. Sorry, for more than 2 tickets in a drive-through window. But yeah, fuck these guys. I'm trying to keep the show running smooth, man. Okay, so just trust me a little. Okay, so we're here. I'd rather serve crack than serve the country.
Yep. Fred works at a janitor. Told me he's had to clean shit out of the urinal twice within a year of working there. That sucks.
Crazy.
It's kind of tangential.
Yeah. The Starbucks is crazy. They had insane orders that were TikTok worthy. Starbucks needs to ban customized options besides getting rid of the whipped cream and changing it to non-dairy milk. Let's put the kibosh on it. Oh my gosh.
First of all, the phrase is paid it backward.
Paid it backward, Casey.
Yeah.
Yes, let's nip this in the bud. I had pay it forward before, but I also tip extra for them to scan both transactions. That's really sweet. See, because that's the other aspect of it is you're paying someone to take a you're paying someone to you're basically creating another job for them that you want them to do for free.
I still think you should just tip the guy.
Yeah,
like,
you absolutely should just tip.
You want to pay for like $6 of coffee behind you, just give the workers
$6. You should just absolutely. I agree with you on principle 100%. You should never be doing this. Pay the backward. It should always be going to the cashier. And if you are doing that, where you feel like your pocket is deep enough to support this person behind you should allocate some of that money to the cashier. And in that scenario, the cashier should still pocket all the money.
Yeah,
it's not a question.
But not also, a question. The cashier not pocketing all the money, then that is their fault.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, it reminds me of how people play traffic cop. You know how you're like at an intersection and it's like it's the other person's turn to go and they're like waving you on?
Dude, it's just okay. Because my rule in traffic is don't do what's generous, do what's expected. Right. Everyone knows the rules of the road. It's easier for everyone if you just follow that.
Exactly.
It's so fucking annoying.
Exactly. Dude, because you're slowing down everything. You're making it so unsafe.
And there is nothing generous about that.
Nothing generous.
You're giving nothing. You're just waiting a second.
You're wasting everyone's time. It's like I feel like that's like our nice guys, boomer. It's like boomer, our nice guys. It's like letting you go ahead, ma'am. You know? It's like, what the hell, dude? Let's see. Let's catch up on the chat. Crazy stories here. We got crazy stories. Don't they split all the tips they get? I hope not. Well, if there is that policy, you should just be pocketing some. It should be assumed that everybody is pocketing. Everybody should be skimming off the top. Dude, yeah, this is there's this guy on TikTok that gives MILFs their drinks for free, calls it MILF Monday.
Okay? You should do that.
I should.
You should start giving MILFs free subs.
I should. Yeah. I would love to. Casey, do you have a badge?
I I think that's a good place to start.
I think that's where we stop the show, legend.